The Niners need to add a quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo not coming back. Brock Purdy won't be ready until training camp at the earliest. And even Trey Lance won't necessarily be ready for the first day of OTAs, although he could be. So the Niners need to sign a quarterback, and they probably need to draft one too. Any names that come to mind? I could throw some out there. There's Jared Stidham. There's Taylor Heineke. Okay. There's Nick Mullins, C.J. Beathard. Who else am I thinking? Gardner Minshew.
Jacoby Brissett. Derek Carr. Derek Carr might be an agent. But he might be too much money.
Derek Carr. Ugh.
As much as I don't like the cat from my understanding of him, he actually would be pretty good in this offense.
He'd get hurt.
How? He's never been hurt. Except until he broke his back.
He's never played for Kyle Shanahan.
Okay, well, we're all screaming about, not we all, but there was a talk about Brady because he's always durable.
He's never played for Kyle.
I think, well, Kyle, the one thing,
Kyle's lucky he didn't coach Brady because then his legacy would be the guy that got Brady hurt, the guy that ended Brady's career. I'm not giving a Kyle a pass on this. If he wants to act like this is bad luck, I'm going to ridicule him about his track record of getting quarterbacks hurt. I'm going to.
No, you can't give him a pass at all. It's way here's the thing, if this was like the 1 year with all this ever happened and there was no prior experience of this, then yes, I'm giving him a full pass. But this has been going on since 2018, man. Since Hoyer
got obliterated. Beathard got obliterated. Jimmy came in and stayed healthy for 5 games. Then Jimmy came in, blew out his knee. Then Mullins, the Mullins experience. Mullins eventually got his elbow ripped apart. Jimmy got injured 7 times. 7 times in 61 starts with the 49ers. 7. Trey's gotten injured 3 times in 4 or 5 starts. Brock twice in 8 starts. Beathard, I never saw a guy take so much punishment in 12 starts. Josh Johnson, not 0 starts. 1 concussion. Not funny. And it's a coincidence. So the Niners need to just keep bringing in quarterbacks because it's you think running backs get injured. Quarterbacks are
yeah.
So I don't know. Minshew, maybe. Stidham, fine. I like the guy from UCLA, but they got to look at late round picks, right? They don't have anyone they could take before in the top. They don't have a top 100 pick.
I think now if you're a 49ers, you got to draft a quarterback every year at this point. Draft one. So I think the plan this year is add one of those vet quarterbacks. It won't cost you more than 4.5, and then draft a quarterback. I don't care what round. Draft anyone. Spend them all.
Just count on the fact that Kyle Shanahan doesn't really do anything special to protect them and just keep drafting them. But it's all right. Treat them like running backs. Or we're counting on them to get hurt. So we'll just draft them. That's fine, I guess. If it works. If they can find 3 more Brock Purdy's, they'll be fine. Should be able to do it, right? I'm sure they can do it.
I would love Jacoby Brissett though on this offense. He can't move so much, but he's capable. He played pretty well last year. He was throwing bombs, throwing nice dimes to Murray. Has a nice boneheadedness to him. That's just what is this guy doing? He's bottom tier, starting level, but that's why he's a backup. He'll be.
What about Minshew?
He'll buy for 5 games.
What about Minshew?
I like Jacoby better.
Minshew was pretty bad with the Eagles this year. He looked pretty bad. What about Stidham? The Niners got to remember what he did to them. Stidham looked nice.
I think Stidham's going to go back to the Raiders no matter what.
How about someone with a similar skill set to Trey? How about Tyler Huntley?
Tyler Huntley would be solid.
I like Tyler Huntley. For the price. Tyler Huntley reminds me of DTR. 6'1", Pac-12 quarterback, athletic, accurate, maybe not a huge arm. Good player.
Probably
I would bring him in.
2.5, 3.
Do you think did he do enough to get paid though? I don't know.
I think if you're the 49ers, when you have this cap space, and it's what's a nice standard baseline if you're a backup quarterback? $2
million.
Really, $1 million?
Yeah.
I think when you know your
the veteran minimum
history, you want to give them 2.5 or something like that, and maybe even at this point, if you're the Niners, you're giving these backups something incentive based that kicks it up an extra $500,000 or more because if you're those backups, you're probably thinking, you know what, I might get in considering these guys, so why not?
Well, there's no guarantee that this backup makes the team because the Niners are saying they have 2 starters, Brock and Trey, and there's a chance that they won't carry a third quarterback. The third quarterback will be on the practice squad or something.
They've
like
ran
that.
a third quarterback every year, though.
What's that?
They've ran 3 quarterbacks every year, though. Like in terms of like they've accepted them. I don't.
Yeah, they could. They did this year. They did this year. They could. They should. I mean, I don't think this is the team that should be going with 2, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, 2019 they had 3. 2018 they had 3.
That's
2020 3.
That's
so
true.
Cal always locks in 3.
He should.
This year,
Maybe he should go with 4.
They're going to lock in 3, and they're going to put someone that they know
a 4th
practice
on the practice squad. Okay, so they have to have 2 running back at quarterbacks. They have to add 2 quarterbacks. 1 in the draft, 1 in free agency. Maybe a 5th. Maybe they'll have 5 just for the offseason.
The draft, yeah, the draft goes into draft. Put your 6th round pick, 5th round pick, who's a quarterback. Maybe that's the trick. Draft a quarterback in the 5th round, so they always hit those gems, and maybe that's going to be the trick. You know, everyone always touts it. So put that guy in the practice squad. Tyler Huntley, whoever the hell you have, that's going to be your backup because between Trey and Brock, so that way, like any of those 2 get hurt, whatever, you always have like a good contingency for either or whoever is the starter if they both go down.
I'm going to make the case that the Niners should draft Dorian Thompson-Robin. I don't watch that much college football, but I do watch UCLA. And I know that he was on, UCLA is a decent team. They have some good players. The running back was great. Brock Purdy played with a great running back in college, Breece Hall. But the DTR's wide receivers were nothing special. He basically put up good numbers in college without playing with a bunch of NFL wide receivers. If he were on the Niners, the talent level around him would be so much greater than what he's ever faced. I think you could kind of elevate him the way the Niners elevated Purdy. And I think you could probably get him late in the draft. I don't even know if he's invited to this. He's not even invited to the Senior Bowl, is he? He's like a Shrine Game guy, which means it's like 7th round pick, right? Yeah. So, I mean, why not? You could take 2 quarterbacks in round 7. Anyway.
I don't think anyone would blame if they did that at this point. I mean, shoot. They're going to – but I think we can pretty much – I think both on agreement when they say – when Kyle says, no, we're not interested in a veteran or something like that. And it's like, well, first of all, that's bullshit because you definitely have to. You don't have a quarterback for OTAs yet. We don't know. Trey says 4 weeks, but you don't know.
So what? Wait a second. Remember when Jimmy Garoppolo was playing well right before he got hurt? There was that report that he was about to get this mega contract extension. Then he got hurt, and now it's like the Niners like, we don't want him. He's gone. What the hell happened? Was that baloney to begin with? Or so why have the Niners all of a sudden, after clinging to him like a security blanket for years, all of a sudden they're like, he's dead too? Like what changed? What changed?
Brock Purdy.
Okay, yeah, right. Because they're living in the reality of Brock Purdy's coming back in 6 months. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, and he's going to be fine. Why even address any other possible reality than that? Right, of course. Right. Because they're so optimistic. I love it. I think we'll see what happens.
Too with Jimmy, it was like this guy got injured again, and that's after like Kyle. It's like you're driving your bucket car, the last one. It's like, it's finally broken down. Let me try this new one. It's like, whoa, this is what I've been missing out on. All right, later. That's probably Kyle Shanahan with Jimmy. He's just tired, and it's like as much as he loves him, that they always tout about it. I think he's like, now he's done, and he's not under contract now like he was last year, so it's easier to say like, yeah, we don't need to have him speak or say goodbyes and all that crap.
Kyle better keep his quarterbacks healthy next year, or else this team's not going to make the playoffs. And then I don't know what's going to happen to him if he misses the playoffs.